This is Sphinx Ink, where every line tells a story. I'm Catherine, a beginner tattoo artist, learning the craft one drop of ink at a time. If you're into raw, real, and honest tattooing, you're in the right place.
Hi everybody, so welcome back to my channel. I'm going to show you guys today. So I am using the 205 RL, which is the 205 round liner to do the lines. As you can see now, one thing that is a downside that I've noticed with this kit is that obviously here's the pen, and no, my videos are never scripted, so what you're seeing is raw reaction to the pen, the tattoo pen. During the video there's a possibility you may hear me use the term tattoo gun. There's multiple terms to refer to these machines. So this is the Poseidon. It's really very nice weight gun. I've had quite a couple of requests for a video to see exactly how the Poseidon pen tattoo pen works. As you can see, it's got your digital display there. I've already got it set to 7. To 7 volts, and if you push your power button here, you can hear that the pen is starting to work. Okay, there's your needle or your cartridge. Okay, so today what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys pros and cons. The pen itself is absolutely amazing, works wonderfully, beautifully smooth operating pen. The only downside is with the kit that you get, I would not advise using the transfer paper that they supply you. Transfer paper is really and truly not the best. Their black ink is very pigmented, which is great, but I would suggest, so there's a couple of extra things that I would suggest that you get, that being different tattoo transfer paper. If you can get yourself and have the funds to get yourself a thermal printer, then I would highly recommend that you do that to print your imagery onto. Otherwise, hand sketch yourself, whatever's going to suit you best. Now, another tip that I would recommend you get yourself is get yourself some Vaseline. This also keeps your paint or ink pots in place, okay, which I obviously have over here. Then you would have ultimately your Vaseline on your hand here, so that you can spread it over the surface area. Now keep in mind that I am new to this, so I'm just giving you guys a trial run. This is a medical pen that I'm using, so yes, it is gonna smudge at the moment. Yeah, I would try and find alternative tattoo pens to use. This is a medical pen. It is a skin grade pen, which obviously you can see is smudging here. But yes, that being said, obviously you guys wanted a first-hand view of how the pen runs, which is what I'm giving you guys today. Sorry, I just want to get my paper towel. I forgot to put my paper towel down. Now, I will link these skins, this particular synthetic skin that I'm using, in the description of the video, as well as the link to the 10-hour masterclass that I'm busy with at the moment, which is really great. They teach you about cross-contamination, how the importance of blood pathogens, health and safety, needles, depth, the difference between traditional needles and cartridges. I have done the health and safety and blood pathogens, but I will be doing or getting my certificate for blood pathogens, which I feel is incredibly important. Another thing to consider, so I'm currently working now on the needles, the difference between traditional needles on your actual tattoo guns or your rotary pens versus your pens. Okay, now as you could see, when I initially put my cartridge onto my gun, you twist here, okay, to open it up like that in order to clip your cartridge in. Okay, so I'm just gonna keep in mind I am still fairly new to this, so we are gonna have a few blowouts, a few errors here and there. Yes, unfortunately this skin is very difficult when wiping off the excess ink. It is gonna smudge. So what I've done here to just sort of clean up the area once I'm finished is these little alcohol swabs. Okay, very important. Obviously health and safety is number one. So I did order the plastic coverings for this. I would be mindful what you order though, because the plastic coverings to put over your tattoo pen, mine are too small, so I have to reorder a bigger size. Okay, so let's get to the fun part so that you guys can see how this beautiful lovely Poseidon pen, tattoo pen works. Now, some people will tell you to drag. They would recommend that you drag or pull the line towards you. Okay. Now, as you can see, I am really not a pro at lines yet. Something you can practice and will need to practice over time. So there's that option where you pull the line towards yourself, and then some people like to drag the line away from themselves. When I'm done with this, I will show you guys what a blowout looks like. Now, this is another way that you can do it. Some tattoo artists would not recommend that you do it this way, as it can potentially cause damage to the skin. Okay, so remember, when tattooing, it's all about how you run the machine, and obviously you want to cause as minimal trauma to the skin as you possibly can. Okay, the reason why we lay down a foundation, or i.e. petroleum jelly, whatever you want to call it. So now if you look here, obviously this would be considered a severe blowout. Okay, if you actually touch the surface of the fake skin, you can actually feel the damage. All right, but this is all part of learning. This is why you get practice on fake skins, so that you can learn all that. So you guys are literally getting a first-hand view of me doing lining. Okay, now we're gonna try. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm going to, some people like to utilize their other hand in order to steady. Remember that it is important how and the angle in which you hold your tattoo pen. Obviously you can see I'm still 100% a newbie at this. This is sort of all very new for me. But again, much better there versus there, okay? Obviously, you will switch your pen off. So with the Poseidon pen, sorry, okay, twice on the power button will start getting the voltage to work. Twice on the power button, which is not doing now. But what you need to do is if you're going to stop any work, please do not touch anything. Cell phones, that when you are eventually get to a point where you're tattooing people, please do not touch anything else. Double tap on the power button, okay, to switch the voltage on and off. So please do not touch. If you're tattooing a client, a strong recommendation would be, when you do get to that point, do not cross-contaminate. If you're going to touch a surface area, i.e. cell phone, whatever it may be, change your gloves, okay? Also, do not handle, if you're touching your ink bottle, you do need to change gloves. All right, this all involves cross-contamination, as you are ultimately working with skin, with human skin, and you are piercing the skin with a needle. Now what happens is that blood splatter goes onto your gloves, you then touch your gloves and you transfer the blood splatter or blood pathogens onto your tattoo bottle. This could possibly cause further infections to other clients, skin infections, that sort of thing. So you want to avoid doing that altogether. All right, like I say, sorry, I and a lot in my videos, because I don't do scripted videos. This is my first time doing YouTube, so I don't do scripted videos. I believe that doing unscripted videos allows you guys to see the raw and real content. Okay, so some people like to use their thumb or hand just for guidance. Okay, please always be mindful of your needle. You don't want to puncture yourself, or your gloves or your skin. Now, as I said in my original video, unfortunately, where I was corrected about it's a pen, or a machine, it's not a tattoo gun, yada yada yada. Again, I really don't care. You can term it whatever you deem fit. Remember, it's your journey after all. Don't allow people to dictate how you refer to certain things. Okay. So obviously you can see when you, where am I now? So you can see when you put your ink cartridge, or your needle cartridge into your ink, it sucks the ink up and it holds the ink for when you lining. Okay. Now, as I said, I have already practiced on pigskin, which I actually prefer versus the synthetic skin. The reason why I say this is because it's the closest and most natural to human skin that you're gonna get. It is also much easier to work on. That being said, if you, okay, so these synthetic skins are only about 1 millimeter, okay, in width or depth, if you want to call it that. So they're only about 1 millimeter thick, okay? You can, and I will show you now, you can actually feel when you are going too deep into or past the epidermis. That's there. I just want to show you a close up. that there is too deep. Okay, that is obviously something you need to work on, practice on. I definitely need to. I mean, obviously this is all still new to me, but this allows you to see how deep you're going. If you can stick to a depth that is not so, or just the right depth, then you won't pierce through there, then you know that you're safe. So now I'm just literally going to have a bit of fun with my tattoo pen. And I will practice, and I will continue to practice it. So remember, your first time is never going to be perfect. I did, and I'm not going to bash anybody. I'm all for every person that takes this journey, that has this, or has a passion for this sort of thing. I take this, like, I'm so proud of you guys. I really am so proud of you guys. But I did come across a video of somebody saying how I became a professional tattoo artist in 4 weeks. I'm sorry, this is not something for me personally that you learn in a 4-week period. This is years and years of experience, build up of experience. So now I'm just gonna have a little bit of fun. I'm not gonna do any more lines, but so I just want to show you guys, and you can kind of feel when you go to, when you're going too deep. Okay, you can feel when you're going too deep. So obviously I had a little heart there. You can see the little heart there. And then I'm just gonna do a little bit of lettering. The only downside about the cartridges is there's always droplets. There is always droplets of ink. It's sometimes a bit of a pain, but all around, this is really a lovely pen. This is really a lovely tattoo pen. I have no regrets. So I'm just gonna adjust this and move this up a bit, and I'm gonna do some writing. So guys, there you go. That is pretty much the Poseidon pen. It's a very good pen. You just need to figure out what voltages are best gonna suit your speed, the way you do things. It will just help you. Again, it's not about the pen, it's about the artist. Because you can have the most expensive pen, but at the end of the day, it also depends how passionate you are. So I'm just going to take it so I can show you guys. But you can see, I'm still very new to the journey. I'm still very new to the whole, because there's a difference between a pencil and paper and a tattoo gun. Also, another thing that you can get, which is super awesome, is cartridges that are ballpoint pens. So if you want to learn muscle memory, and you can actually get ballpoint pen cartridges that you can put onto your tattoo pen and draw with on paper, so that you can get a feel for the vibration of your tattoo pen, which I think is super cool. So yeah, so if you look at what I've done, obviously there's an error, massive blowout here. This ultimately would be trauma to the skin. You really don't want to do that. And then hot. So there's some blowouts here and there, but again, this is all part of learning. And that's why I say, take your time, do fun things, draw little hearts, draw little circles, draw straight lines, draw squiggly lines. So this is the Poseidon pen, and I'm very happy with the pen. It's a lovely pen. So I'm going to definitely 100% tag the 10-hour masterclass that I am doing at the moment in the description of the video, and we can talk about that in the next video. Please feel free to share your guys' work, things you've done, how far you've come along. I'd love to see. And thank you so much. Have a beautiful day, and thanks for supporting Sphinx Inc. Bye guys.